Got it. One mouse. Welcome, everybody. Oh, suddenly it's very quiet. It's scary. Oh.
Good morning, everyone.
Sorry, still getting the mouse to work. Okay, so you probably know almost everybody in here, but make sure you do know everybody. Look around. And if it's somebody you haven't seen in a while, say hi to them. If you're online, say hi to somebody new. You got 1 minute, and we will turn it down so you can hear each other. Go.
Last week, I'm Torian. I'm Ryan.
Fall fever.
We have a whole lot of stuff going today, and a reminder, as I heard some people talk about earlier today, you can hear everything going on from these microphones. I heard that somebody found out about a baby announcement was being whispered to each other in here. So anything and everything you say.
Go back on YouTube.
If you see the green circles, the aliens are listening. So, okay, so every week we talk about our MVV, VP, or P. We got an extra P in there. So what is our value system?
God, family, and then business. Can you imagine hearing a baby announcement?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how you should have done it. Just
Yeah.
do the trade whispering
Should have
back.
whispered. You bet.
All right, and then also we have a lot of affiliates and vendors who are part of our program here. We are thankful for you all for being here. Who do we have?
Cindy, let's start with you. Cindy with Great American Title, keeping your closings boring.
That's uneventful.
That's the best thing.
There.
That's funny. All right, Derek Cheney, home loan expert with Mid-Missouri Bank, conveniently located right across the parking lot here. Rates are going down, which is good for all of us in this room. I've been able to lock a few people in the fives this week, so we'll see where they continue to go.
Great.
Done.
There's no way I'm beating Great Americans, so I'll just say, John with Legal Land Title, Friday night, I know you guys are probably gonna talk about it, Hispanic Heritage Party, right here in the parking lot, 5 to 9. Make sure you're here, it's a free event, and as always, it sponsors a local charity, so make sure you come if you can, 5 to 9.
Kevin.
Hi there, Kevin Kohler with Allstate Insurance. I provide all property casualty needs. What I would say is where there's smoke, there is fire. I've been getting connected with a lot of loan officers, realtors, doing their personal things and getting kind of caught up with a whole bunch of other people within their offices wanting to get things done. So we have a great product. We have a new auto thing coming out next Tuesday, which should provide additional benefits on both home and auto together. So please hit me up. We'll be glad to get you a quote right away.
Very cool.
Awesome. Christina.
Oh, I got caught in my purse. Hi, I'm Christina Ferrante with 417 Home Loans. I'm your lending lady for life. I would like to invite all of you tomorrow, if you'd like. We're having lender training that we do for realtors, which is great. It starts at 9 tomorrow and goes for about an hour. Free breakfast. Text me if you want to come.
Thank you.
Is that everybody? Anybody online?
I don't think
I think
so.
we're good. Also, we always want to thank our Bold sponsors because Bold is such a life-changing thing. And so Chosa, Comparion, and Great American were sponsors for yesterday. Thank you all again. We're almost to the end of Bold.
I
And
know.
it's always exciting to see what's going to happen from it. Like last year, Elise Riley made the top of the region from the stuff she had done during Bold. So and we're actually, we'll get, never mind, we'll get to that in a second. Get ahead of myself. Okay, each week our vendors like to sponsor or promote each other as who's the culture winner of the week. I forgot who was. Was it
Christina.
Christina last week?
Yeah, he's here with the trophy.
That would be the obvious.
She brought it. So this week I would like to give it to Cindy, even though I don't think she's boring. We all appreciate it whenever we don't have fires. So there you go. Congrats.
Congratulations. This yoga challenge
Yes, I do it every year.
And I've been doing yoga now for, I can't tell you how long, and you really inspired me in that, so thank you.
Yeah.
I love yoga. I go get it at Orange Leaf all the time. Oh, yogurt, sorry. Close. All right, mission moment. Jeff Gaskell was the winner last year. Okay, so I don't know if you saw any of his pictures. He took the Steffes Award and took pictures different places. So whoever gets it this week, you gotta take it. You gotta do pictures with the Steffes Award. And who do we have this week?
The person that the Jeff nominates is someone that if you ever have any questions or need any help, this person is always the first one to jump in and have a positive attitude. Congratulations to Cass Fry.
Get your big trophy and your little trophy, and then we
Yes.
expect to see pictures on the internal page.
Yeah.
I know. So excited for all of that.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations.
Woohoo. So exciting.
All right, this is 9/11, so we did want to take a moment and think about what happened. Was it 2001? That was such a long time ago. It's right there. Oh, thank you, Nicole, for adding that picture to it. Life changed dramatically that day, and everybody in here that was alive can remember where they were when that happened. So we just want to take a moment of silence for this. Okay, thank you. I remember it was band practice. I was on top of the scaffolding, which was scary as can be. And I got a text from somebody. I had a cell phone. I was one of the only people around at that point because none of the kids had them then. And so I had to announce to the entire band. And I remember saying, our whole world has just changed. And then the rest of the day, I just remember we're just watching and it's like, how do you keep going with normal stuff? But it's
I was in third grade and they wheeled the TV in for all of us to
really.
watch. Yeah.
All right, thank you all for that moment there. Okay, team meetings are our point where we want to really make sure they're adding value to you. Having this time of day has been great for some people like the morning, so we want to find out what is good. We also want to find out what things you want in it. And what was our reason, we talked about the other day, the win the morning idea?
Yeah, so we know that a lot of the times, if you've grown up in the KW world, they say between 9 and 11, that's lead generation time. We also know that that concept has somewhat changed because some people are lead generating whatever looks best for them. For that may be an evening networking event or an afternoon. And so our whole goal around this is if you would like to move team meetings back to the afternoon portion, like what it is right now, the concept would be so you could win your morning, whatever that would look like. So that's been a big thing within Keller Williams, whether it's spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever that would be. So that survey, we just want all the feedback possible. We've tried it in the morning, we've tried it in the afternoon, we've tried with food, we've tried without food, and people have strong opinions of each. And yet all those strong opinions, it doesn't mean they show up consistently. So we're looking for all the information from you.
And it doesn't hurt our feelings. We want to make it where it's valuable for you to where you'll say, hey, I want to be there and I want to bring a friend. So tell us what you want out of them and we'll do what we can to do that. Onward, Haley, what do we got?
Hello, everybody. Haley from Onward. Just your weekly reminder of everything that we do. Katya did post her new marketing packages on the internal page last week. I've also printed out flyers and set them over on this table if you'd like to grab one on your way out and see what they are. We have some really cool new packages. Mini media open house package, which I think is really awesome.
Oh, cool.
All the things you need whenever you go do an open house. So take a look at those, and that's all. Thanks.
Use this leverage so you can spend more time doing the things to win your morning. Use this help. It's so affordable and so easy to get it done. All right, Jim, what do we have?
We don't have anything unless somebody's got questions. We'll have 26, we have a contract class. Don was supposed to have a buyer's class today. Want to roll it into that class this time because I think we're far enough along on the contracts now that we could get through both of them pretty easily. If I haven't seen anything unusual, I would remind you, make that call every time about the compensation before you show the property, and then always use a compensation rider. I think there's no reason not to use it, to be honest with you, even internally.
If you want to get paid, use the compensation right.
I think so. I think I keep an eye on it for sure.
And I had a call from another broker the other day about one of our agents was saying that they had to use the cooperation agreement. You do not have to use that. That's what the compensation rider was for. The cooperation agreement was before the rider came out. So we do not require you to use the cooperation agreement, but we would recommend that you use the compensation rider with any offer that you are submitting.
Yep.
And the cooperation agreement between brokers, a lot of times, just think if you're outside of our area, that's probably a good idea too, because maybe they don't definitely have it, or maybe they want it. They're gonna want it at some point. It's better to get it up front. You know, like if you're in Lebanon like I was yesterday.
Yep, very cool. Stats from the week, what was weird, only one of the numbers went down, if I remember right. Everything else, no, everything went down except for one, and I don't have my notes in front of me today. But and there's last year, it's all just kind of a normal flow, except, here we go, we're back up to 2,057. We're going up again in listings. In 2019, this same week, we had 2188. So we're almost, I think that was within 6%, if I did my math right the other day. So this time last year, there were 1,300 houses to choose from. As our mortgage friends are saying, rates are going down, there's more to choose from. There's a great call to past buyers that haven't said, I'm out, I can't do it. This might be the time for them to start looking at it again.
2021, 955 listings.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Okay, here's another stat I saw, and I just thought I'd throw this up. You can do this every day in Flex for any county, any city, anything. And this just shows the absorption rate for Greene County. We're still, and the thing I posted in the internal page today shows a grid of buyer market, seller market balance. I thought that was actually from RPR stats today. Inventory, active listings, new and sold. Sold days on market, it went up during February, it's back down. But all this stuff you have access to on your homepage of Flex every day when you sign into it.
A great book to reference this would be Through Shift when it talks about absorption rate and what a balanced market means. And so using that book along with these graphs to be able to communicate it with your clients.
So I would take this info and I would get ready to call people, then I would make sure that you're legally compliant and then call them about it. And say, hey, did you know this is what's going on with it?
Oh, yeah.
Nicole, what you got?
Hi. Okay, so we have about 2 weeks until the end of the month, and we have how many, Rachel?
197 as of yesterday afternoon who have not renewed their continuing
How many?
education. 197.
How many?
197.
Yeah, that's a lot. So if you have been getting text messages and emails and stuff, thank you for responding because I am on top of that. A lot of people have said, like, I finished my CE, what's next? So please, please, please reach out to me if you are looking for your next steps, because it is a 2-step process like we have talked about. Please, if you need help with it, please let me know. If you are not planning to renew, please also let me know that as well.
Yep, communication helps us tremendously. Here's the code again. You're running out of time though, get this done, because you gotta have a 2 or 3 day buffer before the end of the month to get it all taken care of.
And that's assuming the MREC doesn't have any processing delays due to
Yeah.
the influx.
And it's on the
Yeah.
weekend.
And it's a weekend.
And there's been issues with some people's CEs not registering and things like that. So you have to be on top of this in order to make sure that you are done by the deadline. And then we do have some updates in the tech world. I know I've been talking about CE and license renewal a lot. I will be posting those on the internal page today.
Very cool. All right, GSBR slides. Again, you get most of this info. We just like to point out the main events. September meeting next Wednesday or next Thursday afternoon. I've heard it's about a 15 to 20-minute meeting. So it's where we're voting for the new people for next year. We just realized it's a quick thing. This is coming up, Women's Council of Realtors, September 12th. Get your tickets for that. That's a great event. I think it's at Old Glass Place. Leadership Academy applications are due this Sunday. There have been 2 people apply for Leadership Academy this year. So if you're interested, there's less competition for you.
Out of KW or overall? Overall.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, it was 1 this morning, then it doubled today. So your chances just went down 50%. Okay, Fall Business Conference is in Branson at the Hilton, September 24th through 26th. That's a good thing, and anybody that's a member of MAR, it's free. You just sign up through the website and you can go to that. They usually have a good keynote speaker, some info on different things, and it's a great networking thing also. Okay, calendar stuff. I did want to point out tomorrow's class, Stacy Lyons is going to show you how to prepare on your phone to have the buyer's agency agreements ready to go. You could meet somebody at the house. That's not preferred. We'd rather you come in and have a strategy session with them, but you could meet and talk through things with them right then, get it sent from your phone to their phone and back and be legal that fast.
And another thing that Jim had mentioned, buyer's contracts class today is canceled. That's where Jim said on the 26th, he will do a combination of both. Hispanic Heritage, which we'll get to in a little bit, that is tomorrow night in our, Friday night in our parking lot from 5 to 9. We have tons of giveaways now, tons of amazing sponsors, vendors, food trucks. For that, we'll finish Bold by the end of the month. We'll finish out our 6 personal perspectives by the end of the month. And then for those of you that have never attended an ALC meeting, I highly recommend at least attending one throughout the year.
Yep, absolutely. Also, you'll see on the team meeting on the 25th, it's a Bold recap. We'd like a panel of people who are going through Bold right now. So if you're doing that and you'd be willing to share, let us know. We're gonna come after some of you, but if you know you want to, we wanna talk with you on that. Okay, what's this Friday?
Yeah, Friday night in the parking lot, 5 to 9. So we have performers, we have a DJ, we have a petting zoo, no bounce houses. I know, bummer. Food trucks, lots of games and pinatas for the kids and adults. So this is a free community event. So invite anybody that you know, 5 to 9, it's out here and it's one of our biggest events. So we'll let you know on parking wise, but I would highly recommend.
Very cool. Also, I threw this on here. Does anybody know what Maria is doing tomorrow?
Yes.
Anyone?
Tomorrow
Anyone?
is her ceremony to become an US citizen.
Since we didn't have to text Tass, should we text Maria real quick? Tell her congratulations. Let's do it.
Blow her up.
All right, what's her phone number? Here, you ever get ready to text? And I think she's doing it at Kauffman Stadium.
417,
There we go.
414, 8130.
One more time? for those slow people?
417, 414, 8130.
She didn't win the Steffes, guys.
I had her like on for last Thursday.
I did
and-
too,
and then
yeah.
She's like, no, I got pushed. I was like, oh, okay.
So it's her ceremony?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she'll be officially.
They're gonna swear at
US
her.
citizen.
Oh, swear her in.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, guess what Monday is? Everybody excited? It's tax day. So if you do quarterly taxes, they are due Monday. Usually it's the 15th, but they graciously gave you one more day since the weekend. So don't forget to get those in. And if you're not doing quarterly taxes, I know some people would rather keep the money and do the fine. Talk to your accountant, see what's the best way to make sense on that for you. What's coming up with James Shaw? And we got a video from him too.
Okay, cool. So James Shaw, for those of you that don't know, he is a very well-known speaker and trainer in the Keller Williams world. He is the one that created the Pivot Shift Ahead group during COVID. He will be coming in person to our Market Center October 3rd from 9 to 3. We're finalizing location for that day. And he's created a whole class around RISE, and it's an acronym, but these are the 4 main things that we will cover. We're expecting this to be over 200 because last time he was on Zoom here, everyone in the room raised their hand saying they'd be here, and there was at least, 80 of y'all, so I would
Yeah.
expect more. So we're hoping for at least 200, and he recorded a video to talk about his class for us.
Hey, it's James Shaw, founder of Pivot Shift Ahead and KW Master Faculty. Thanks so much for taking a second to watch this. The market right now is different. This year, last year, about 4 million transactions. That's down 2 million units from just a couple of years ago. There's definitely less opportunity, but it doesn't mean your opportunity is less. It's about you taking advantage of the opportunities in today's market. And that's why we're bringing RISE to you. It stands for Real Estate Inspiration, Strategy, and Execution. So many agents are addicted to information and allergic to implementation. And we're trying to change that. We want to give you specific strategies and show you how to implement in the 4 key areas that are getting agents tripped up right now. First, mindset, yours and your clients. How do we get our mindset right about the opportunity in the market? Number 2, it's lead generation strategies and activities. What specific plays can you run right now to get the best results? We'll give you actual examples and step-by-step strategies to go implement so you can reach your goals. And then we'll talk about the market itself. Like, do we truly understand how to explain today's market to a consumer so that they understand their opportunity within it? I know interest rates are higher and different things are happening, but if they see the big picture, would they take action? Well, we've got to become that economist of choice for them. So we'll walk through how to do that. And then finally, next, how to manage the money. So many of you have less money coming in and maybe more going out. How do we balance that out so we can take advantage of the financial opportunity right now? So I hope you'll join us for RISE. It really is a different program, something you've never been to before, where you'll walk out with, look, tomorrow morning I'm going to get up and run this play and do that so that I can get this result. That's what it's all about. So I hope to see you there.
And Nicole will put the sign up link in the chat. So we have that. Nicole said, get your tickets there flying. Are they really flying, Nicole? Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah, we're at 31 as of right before I posted that. So, I mean, yes, they're flying because I just posted it yesterday. So we have had 31 people already sign up. So sign up today because we will be limited on space.
And this is not just KW people. If you know somebody else, get them that info. If you need this video, let us know. We can email it to you and you can share it with people so they know what it's
And we'll
about
be
too.
putting it on our Keller Williams and Springfield page too.
Okay, the outside one?
Yep.
Sweet. And guess what else is coming up?
Yeah, yeah, business planning. So October is gonna be a power-packed month for training. So we'll have James Shaw October 3rd, and then that next week, we will have our business planning clinic. So when James is talking about tactical implementation strategies to put in your business, then Jen will be coming in and covering the 4 main keys of the millionaire real estate agent. The lead generation model, organizational model, economic model, and budget model, our favorite of all. And so she'll be breaking that down, and I believe we have a special executive maps coach flying in to also coach and ship with her.
Yep. So all these things that are gonna help you get set up for 2025, because if you do the math, we're already almost there. If you have somebody that needs to buy in 30 days and get under, they need to start looking now, I mean, the math is there. We're already getting ready for 2025.
And as a leadership team, we're working on some activities that you can go ahead and work on. So then that way, when you're coming, you have already thought about it. Because the last thing I want you to do is show up, hear all this information, get overwhelmed and not know what to do from the next day forward. And so giving you some actionable things you can work on leading up to it.
And Jen may be doing a video for us too, to kind of give some explanation too. So a lot of stuff coming up. Bring some friends, bring anybody that needs help with this stuff.
Like,
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, we are so freaking lucky to have Jen in our office. Like, you know, she in the spring got on a plane, flew to Phoenix, 300 people showed up, right? And then she comes down to the training room to talk to us and 3 of us show up, right? I mean, she is an absolute powerhouse. So I expect that to be standing room only.
Yeah, we had, I think 2 other market centers reach out to her, asking her to do it. And she was like, nope, you can come to Springfield if you want. So we may have some outside market centers coming to be a part of it too. So.
Yeah, so get the information out. The more we have, the better. She's great in any size crowd, so it's gonna be fantastic either way on that.
Thank
So-
you, Adam.
So as we've been doing BOLD, we've had our ALC focusing on one of the different 6 personal perspectives each week, because that ties in with BOLD. As you're here longer, like for me, it only took 5 years to figure this out. Everything from KW circles together. And once you start seeing the bigger picture, it all clicks even more. So that's why we've been so excited to have our ALC teaching all this month on the things that are coming up in the next BOLD chapter. So Paulina is here today. She's going to talk with us about no more limiting beliefs. So please welcome Paulina.
Perfect.
Right here, it'll show you the next screen coming up.
Got it. Thank you. So speaking of mindset, let's talk about limiting beliefs. For those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Paulina. I've been agent since 2019. I am a solo agent with an amazing admin. And I was born in Poland, moved to America when I was 11, didn't speak any English, graduated from MSU. My 2023 production, 67 units, 15 million in volume. This year I have surpassed 10 million. Our goal was originally 13, but thanks to Abby, we pushed it to 15. So let's talk about limiting beliefs, because like Mike mentioned, mindset, especially right now in a shifting market, is so important. So let's start with, what is a limiting belief? So our thoughts that can hold us back from being able to achieve our goals. So whenever we wake up in the morning and we have these doubts in our head of, can I do it? Am I good enough for this? We all have them. That's what a limiting belief is. So when I first started in real estate, and I want you guys to all think about this, and maybe you've had these beliefs in your head, maybe you haven't. If you want to raise your hand if you had, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to. So some of the limiting beliefs that I had starting out in real estate: I'm not as experienced as another agent. I don't know enough. I don't even know that many people. I don't have the financial safety net to jump into real estate full time. I'm happy to see all these hands to know that I'm not the only one. There are already so many agents, I'll never be able to compete.
Yep.
So we've all had these limiting beliefs. So how do we remove them? How do we remove limiting beliefs and unlock unlimited potential? I would say the first thing you have to do is set your goals and have a clear vision and a path of what you want to achieve, whether that's how many families you want to help, if you want to make a 6-figure income, whatever your goal is, you have to have that in place in order to have a clear vision and path of where you're going, and then break it down. If you have an annual goal, break it down on a monthly basis, break it down on a weekly basis, and that'll give you a much easier path of what you need to do on a daily basis to achieve those goals. That makes limiting beliefs so much easier to get rid of, because you have a clear path and a goal that you're achieving, and it makes it a lot easier. The other thing I would say is look for someone who has achieved those goals that you can learn from. And that's exactly what I did when I first started. I seeked out successful people and successful agents in our market center, in our office, and went and talked to them. The one thing I love about KW is we have an open door policy. So you can literally go down the hall, knock on people's door and ask them questions. So let's just say Adam, for example, if that's what you wanna, if that's who you look up to, that's where you see your business being in 5-10 years, go and talk to him. He'll be happy to talk to you. Or anybody else in this office. Ask them questions, ask them what they did, ask them what their daily activities look like, and you can just mimic that to get where you want to be. The one thing, actually my brother-in-law told me, because he also moved here from Poland and he started working for AT&T, like entry-level job, and now he's like worked his way up. One thing he told me is I would look at my boss and say, if you can do it, I can do it. And so that's always like been embedded in my head. So I look at somebody, a successful person that I want to be like, and I say, if you can do it, I can do it. So maybe that's something that can help you guys out. So I have a little activity for everybody. You have a piece of paper and a pen in front of you. I want you all to write down a limiting belief, whether that's business or personal, something that maybe whenever you wake up in the morning that hinders in your mind, or you're getting ready to go on a listing appointment that's kind of there in the back of your head. And like I said, it doesn't have to be business related, it can be personal, but just write something down, maybe a limiting belief. I'll give you guys like 20 more seconds. Does anybody want to share their limiting belief?
I will.
Cassie?
People don't want me to talk to them.
Okay. Anybody else?
Like you.
Jim is giving you the look. Anybody else want to share their limiting belief? Landon?
There's not enough hours in the day.
Okay. You guys don't have to share it, but I want you to read it one more time and look at it. Now I want you guys all to take it and rip it up, because like I mentioned, it's just thoughts in our head and it's all about mindset. If you have a clear vision and path of where you want to be, of your goals, that limiting belief should not even matter. So I'm gonna collect them and we're gonna have a bonfire maybe Friday night.
Hope we're not cooking with it.
That's what you needed this week.
Yes, the fire. I was like, why do you guys need that?
Why do you need fire?
The episode of Friends, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
They're just
Yeah.
passive. You don't have to walk around.
Okay.
I got it.
Be like church.
Yes.
Be like offering.
So what ahas, what questions do you guys have?
what are some ways that you've overcome your limiting beliefs?
So I have this unhealthy level of confidence. And it's kind of like delusional, but it's just mindset. I mean, like I said, what really helps me is picking out a person that I look up to that's successful and saying, if you can do it, I can do it. And what did you do to get there? And it kind of eliminates all the other thoughts you have in your head. So.
I like it.
What is the difference between having limiting beliefs versus identifying your areas of giftedness? That's just kind of more an objective thing.
What is the difference between having limiting beliefs and identifying your areas of
Giftedness or lack thereof.
action, consistency, showing up, I mean, you'll never know if it's actually a lack of talent until you're consistently showing up.
I can roll.
Yeah, just do it.
Good.
You don't have to be perfect, just do it.
Good at it.
Exactly.
I think
Yeah,
the limiting
it's-
belief shows you that you can do it, but what was the second part of it? Was the
Gifted.
gifted? It's like what brings you joy. So if you can show up and you can do it, but it doesn't bring you joy, those are two different things. But a limiting belief is saying, I can't do that, but I think those are like an apple and orange comparison. on
That's
that
why
side.
I wanted to
Yeah.
know, because to me, it's hard to understand how they relate or don't relate. So that helped. Thank you.
I love Gary's shirt at Mega Camp that said, just do the work.
Yeah, just do the work. Landon?
Something that clicked with me a couple years ago, and a lot of people, or I used to get it backwards, is a belief is not a fact, right? That's why it's a belief. So once you kind of separate many of our beliefs are not based on factuality. So once I was able to separate that, then, you know, my beliefs became greater or
And you
unlimited.
can just not even have to
Yeah.
worry about that and focus on what you can control and what is important.
It would be a fact instead of a belief, exactly.
Yes, yep.
I think it could also be, I mean, you talk about a limiting belief is saying I can't do something and identifying strengths and weaknesses. It can still be a weakness, but how can you improve upon it? And so if you hear, if it's an I can't, if it's an absolute statement in your head, I can't do this, I'm not this, then you can identify that that is a limiting belief. But you say, I'm gifted in this area, I'm less gifted in this area, we know what do we need to work on or find leverage or tools or systems or people to move that part of whatever part of life you're going through, whether it's business or relationships or physical health, or I can't get myself out of bed in the morning to go work out, so do I need to go hire a personal trainer kind of thing. So I would say, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Anybody else have any ahas, comments, questions?
I don't believe it can't. I just don't, I mean, I don't think should be a part of it. I just think that you just gotta take that out of your vocabulary. What can't you do? I can't hit a home run, 100 home runs, but I'll be able to hit one.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
but I can hit a lot of singles.
Yep.
And if you hit enough singles, you go to the Hall of Fame. So, you know, people I can remember talking to Carol Jones a long time was, you know, what I want to do is I want to raise my sales level, you know, to a different, I want to work with the rich people, you know? And
So
she
what's-
says, no, that's not what you want to do. What you want to do is sell to the masses and sleep with the classes.
There you go. We'll end on that.
Point
Thank you,
being is
guys.
that, you know, you don't say, I can't do this. Just
It
take
just
that out of
goes
your
back,
vocabulary.
goes back to your mindset.
I was just,
Yeah.
when he said that, and then you just said that perfectly, I just decided, it's not that I can't, I just haven't yet.
That's correct.
Yeah, yep.
I had a question. So when you got here, you got through all the things and you started real estate. What made you want to go to the next level? I mean, you came not knowing any English. And I mean, you're a self-made person. Nobody is, because we all have help from everywhere.
Sure.
But you've constantly been driving yourself. What was that made you say, yeah, I want to do this?
Do what?
Real estate. What made me want to become one of the top people here? What's the why?
So I've always had a competitive nature. But I would say it goes back to my big why, because whenever we did move here from Poland, my mom basically sacrificed her life to give us a better life. So my big why at the end of the day, and whenever I do have hard days and it's hard to get out of bed and make those phone calls or go on appointments or work and show houses until 8, 9 p.m. I always have that big why in the back of my head of, you know, I'm so lucky to be here. I'm so lucky to be surrounded by so many amazing people. And if I need help, there's people here that will help me. So going back to, and it's not, you know, it's not necessarily money driven or I want to be the top agent. Once you get past those, then it's that big why in the back of your head that kind of has to keep you going on those hard days.
Cool.
So, yeah. Yep.
And your first year saying, okay, you know, if anyone can do it, why can't it be me going and being a rookie of the year and selling 80 some homes in your first year and then realizing, okay, what did I have to say no to in that year to then now live my life now?
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Then you brought someone else, so you could still do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So Okay, well, if you guys have any questions or wanna grab coffee with me, just let me know. I'll be happy to help. Like I said, whenever I first started, I went door to door asking agents questions, so I would love to be that resource for you guys.
Great job.
Thanks, Paulina.
That's right. We're just gonna go to the grill in the back and line them up here at lunch. So next week is the last of our series because we're almost at the end of Bold. It's hard to see that, but it's accountability for the win with Denise Knight, and then we'll have the Bold recap after that. And again, it is right now lunchtime, so you should go to lunch with somebody that you don't know or that you want to get to know better. If you're online, thank you for joining us, and everybody have a great week. We'll see you Friday night at Hispanic Heritage, and thank you.